awake wherever you are, whatever part of the world that you are. I'm glad to be live this morning from Africa. I'm happy. Good morning, good morning. I pray God bring the people in the name of Jesus. And I pray someone listen to what I have to say as God will be enabling me this morning. And I actually came out with topic. I'm interested in everyone living happy, living healthier, being the fullness of, what God has designed for them to be. I'm always particularly happy to see that things are working. I love to see people happy, always. That's a simple truth. And I'm always glad when I have people to talk with. My message is to one person this morning, and I'm interested to see that they get something. All right? So we're going to be looking at the spouse, when you have a lousy spouse, what do you do? Because I happen to be more interested on talking about marriages and, of course, relationship at all level as God enables me to. And one of the ways in which I do that is to make sure I daily pray for people, and also to be part of their interests. When I say their interests, I say I want to know how they are doing in their work and every other thing. So let's go on for today. God help us, and let's bless someone today, and of course to be more fulfilled as we do so. Okay, so I'm talking about a lousy person. Who is a lousy person? Who is a lousy person? Lousy person, someone who is, very of a low quality. Welcome and happy that you are here. Greetings from whatever part of the world that you're connecting with. Just give us a thumb up as we discuss. We're chatting this morning because we have discovered that a relationship that God has designed for people to come into and enjoy the beauty of it sometimes develop one problem or the other because the people are careless. So we are looking at, someone gave us a story of how she was living with a very lousy spouse and her experiences. And so I want to take it up from that. What do you do when your spouse is lousy? And so I was trying to define being lousy as someone who is of a very low quality and bad or unpleasant in their action and character. You're welcome. This is Tina Okonji, live again this morning. I'm interested in people being the best of whatever they can be in their life. I mean, attaining the height they can attain. I'm interested to see people happy because God has designed for us to remain happy and joyful. All right, please do not leave without giving me a thumbs up or like the video, all right, by tapping your screen and or looking at the three button on top of your phone there. Tap it. It takes you directly to where you like the life. And so we are talking about living a quality life. You can't afford to come to the earth and now become a sad person because you have a spouse that wouldn't understand and feels like or decide to make your life miserable. So we fight and shun. We try to at least save one life every day by guiding them as God will be helping us. And as we chat every day with any other person that comes online and gives their contribution, we learn from what they've gone through. So today, I have in my hand a story of someone that has lived with a lousy couple. And I want to say congratulations to you if you have a close friend, you are into a relationship, or you are married and then your spouse is not giving you problems. I say kudos to the spouse, and I want to say congratulations to you because people can just live and it can just be a very difficult life to live when you have a spouse that refuses to understand. All right, so I want to say light is life. And then so we look at again someone who is of a very low quality, sees things differently, and tells you when you say, but this is not right, he says, no, 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 I want it this way. So those kind of persons are really toxic to live with, but we have to find a way of coping up with such persons. Welcome, I appreciate you being there. All right, my name is Sina Okonji. I'm all about seeing the people, at least some extent, live life better than they were living before they met me, by adding one more thing or giving one more advice. And as people also contribute as they come on to join us. Okay, it could also be someone who is not good at doing a lot of things. You know, this is wrong, and the person still insists that it's right. And so, being lousy, you can't do things well, but then you don't see anything wrong in what you're doing. Someone says nothing um, at all will affect her if the couple is lousy. She chose to live the way she wants to live. But I want to say it's not healthy, because when you come into relationship, when you actually come into marriage, or you come into partnership with someone, permit me to use the word partnership, because someone was disabusing our minds 2 days ago and said marriage is not about partnership per se. Marriage is the woman know your role, know who you are as a woman. The man know who you are as a man. All right. So when someone says, "I'm not interested," whatever he feels like doing, let him just do. Let him just go ahead. That's his own problem. It's not healthy for the relationship in the long run. It's not healthy. So we should be interested in doing. Welcome. God give us good network this morning. And I want to say, please give us a thumb up and let us know what part of the world. Let me know, please. At least I'll be very delighted to know what part of the world that you are connecting with me from this morning. And I want to say, let's talk on the topic of the day. What if you have before you a spouse in a relationship, someone deep, a partner that you're dealing with, and is a very lousy person? Of course, people don't survive long. A lot of people don't mind. They've built incapacity to be able to, as you know, drink whatever it is, take in whatever it is from the person. But I want to assure us that they don't really last for long. How? Because toxic environment or very lousy environment is not a very good one to survive it. This lady says she has been there for 18 years. She says she has been in a lousy, what is it called, relationship with a lousy friend, married really for 18 years, but it keeps getting worse. So what do you tell such person? She's been in a lousy relationship and it just keeps getting worse by the day. And she says, what do you say? What do you do? Welcome, please give me a thumb up. Help someone today, someone that will be watching the video after now. What do you do when you are into a relationship with someone that is, so lousy? And she says she's been into it 18 years and this person wouldn't stop. Welcome, please like the live. I appreciate you being there. Let us know what part of the world you're connecting with. Let's help someone by throwing in your contribution. She said, I've been living with this person 18 years and he was not about to change at all. Every day she has endured, and this person feels he knows it all. That's the husband. He said she has put every effort. Someone say pray. She said she's prayed and she's tired. This person refused to change. And I want to encourage persons as usual. Please don't come into the life of anyone and decide to make their life miserable. And so yesterday we were talking about the different setting in which people are brought up. People come from various homes and they are brought up in different ways, and it affects when they are coming into marriage. They just coming with everything about them. They just come up coming with it, and before they refuse to drop any parts, and it has a way of affecting the entire relationship. Welcome, I appreciate you being there. Please let us know what part of the world that you're watching from, and please let us contribute Tell us about yourself. How is your relationship doing? Are you happy? Give us the tips on the things that's keeping you happy and going so someone can learn. I teach people. I also learn every day, yeah, because I have reason to always encourage people, all right, on how to make it healthier. You can remember for me, please. All right, so in fact, he said the same person, says he was in a group with a lot of people with similar words experiences. So this person was giving her own ordeal and said she was in a group, and a lot of the people in that group were facing the same hassle, facing the same challenge, Yeah, they are passing through the same issue, and it didn't look as though they want to change because they always claim right. What do you do with such a person? What do you do with such a spouse that knows outrightly that this is who he is but refuses to change? It's not healthy. Like I always say, my mission statement is building a healthy nation via building healthy relationship. Because of course, like I say every day, the family is the bedrock of any society, the nucleus of a society. What you have, from various homes is what you eventually use also. What you have from various homes is what you eventually have in the long run as the family keep growing. All right, Martha, hello, how are you? Bonjour or good morning wherever you are, or good afternoon, I don't know, or good night. All right, can you please contribute the topic of discussion? What do you do when you find yourself that you are hooked up with a very lousy? Thank you. You have not liked the live. All right, let us talk. It's time to chat. You are hooked with a lousy person. What do you do? But left for me, I will rightly tell people, I will discuss this later in the evening again. So please be patient and pray for the person. Like 2 days ago, I was live with my husband, and he was like, the creator of mankind, God himself, our Father, he is the one that initiated the first marriage. And so in him, there is a manual on how you can succeed successfully in your marriage. You can actually succeed in your marriage by going through God's own manual, outline manual on how to make it work. All right. So we daily encourage people, read the word of God. When you take the fruit of the spirit, I mean, you're patient, you're kind, you're loving, you persevere. It might look like long suffering, whatever it is. With the person, with time, the person might change, except the person has become made itself like the devil itself and said, I'm not changing. Okay, so, and then we always tell people that people can change. Truly, people can actually change. So people don't have to remain in the state that they found themselves. They can actually change if we are patient with them and we keep praying for them to change. So welcome. I appreciate you being there. Welcome. Please let me know what part of the world you're connecting from, and let's talk on the topic of the day. What do you do if you've just entered a deep relationship with a spouse, a friend, and you find that the person is lousy, and refuses to change because he sees nothing wrong with his way of life? Oh my. I seen someone that, just got married. She is a Christian. She's actually a pastor, in quote. And then, but all the while they were caught in courtship, or they didn't court for long with the person she got married to. But she discovered that he was a bad smoker. And not that he just smoke, is this one that take in all um, these drugs that are not allowed. Oh my God. And when she realized that he has to go out very early, go and pop up all this thing and come out high. And she was like, God, how did I find myself here? And truly, she didn't even know that that was the man's way of life. She was like, wow, welcome. I appreciate your being there. Please like the live. All right. And suddenly, like the live, please, thank you. May God give us good network this morning. But I I want to know what part of the world you are connecting with, and please let's contribute to the topic of the discuss this morning. Okay. He said, wow. The man we asked her, didn't you know that this is who I am before you agreed to come into a relationship with me? Before we got married, didn't you know that I do this? And she was so broken because that was not what she was expecting. It got so bad that the man, this guy was addicted to it. At a certain point, he was in the hospital and she was like, she wasn't going. She came back and came and was staying in my place for some day. I told her, no, go back to your husband in the hospital. Go back to, you're already married to him. At least before you decide on what to do with the marriage, stay on with the man, stay on with him. Let it be. Your staying on with him can change him. When the Bible talks about, for those that are believers, Rosa, hello, 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 my dear friend. I'm happy that you are here. Good morning, good early morning over there because I know it's still late. Yeah. So today, welcome. How is the family? How is the baby? How's your husband and your pets? I know they are doing well. So this morning I'm Sadu with talk. I wish you talk with me, talk along with me this morning. When one is married or into a deep relationship with a very lousy person, we are actually giving a story of someone that said, I have lived with him for 18 years. He never looked as though he's going to change. Yeah, she said everything is good. I'm happy that everything is good. Thank you. All right. No, it's okay. That's me. I have to ask about the people that God has brought my way. Meanwhile, I saw your response, your message yesterday in one of the videos. I think the one we did or something. And of course, I responded back. So you're all welcome. It's a beautiful day that God has given, and we are rejoicing. We are glad in it. One just save one person. What do you do with this young person that is, saddled or living, and it's like he's stuck with a very lousy spouse? We have defined what it means to be lousy when we started. We said someone that is all encompassing though. Please welcome and please like the live. If you have not subscribed to me, please do, and I will appreciate it. Being of low quality or bad, being bad, do things carelessly, does not care about how the other person feels. In their action, they are just not it. So those are the people that you can consider as very lousy people. They can just talk anyhow. And I'm like, wow, this can be, too beautiful persons to live on with. Also, the people are just different. They are just different from the way they act, especially with the people in their life. They're just different and they don't consider that as anything. How do you manage such persons? How do you manage? What advice do you give to someone that is and been living and enduring, a very lousy spouse? And like I always say, my interest is the younger generation under our care that we are mentoring, knowingly or unknowingly. All right. So we have to consider them. Welcome, please like the live. I appreciate your being here. Can we talk? Are you having a sweet home? Tell us more about it and let someone learn from your story. Let someone learn from, how you are faring in your home front. Let's not, some of these children are quiet, some are very quiet, some are introverts. My son is introvert, and then, of course, anything he says will be quiet. You don't know what is going on in his mind. One of those days he exhibited some wow character, and we're like, wow. And so, not knowing everything that he sees, he keeps, he swallows, and it was a thing of concern. But by the grace of God, we started praying and started seeking for help, and of course we trust God that he is a better person and not going back to, because he has spent a lot of his time in the boarding school, and then now came back and became like a stranger. But with prayers and trusting God, he's gradually changing. All right, so that's me. All right, welcome again. Please, have you liked the like? I've not seen the like it. Drop your comment. Thank you. The people are different, and then, but I want to suggest, and I want to tell people, please, we know this is who you were, well, who you are still, because of your upbringing, growing up. I had a friend that says to me he saw a very sad situation while growing up among his parents, and his hunting came. He's scared of getting married, so he doesn't inflict the people around him with this, um, what he saw the dad doing, and not inflict the wife, and he doesn't want a situation whereby he divorces. Is that principle? So how do you help such persons? But I told him it's a matter of choice. People learn every day. I still go to school. I still improve my skill. I want to learn every day. I want to learn new things. I want something. I do things that will make me like change, and I'm usually very happy when I learn new things. But I want to say in the long run that in that people can change. You might have some character flaws like five. You can just change at the same time. If you change at the same time, that's fine. But if you see that it's not possible to change at the same time, take it one time or one at a time. Seek for help from counselors. Read. Make a decision. Just like someone will make a decision to say, I'm fasting today, because sometimes fast today, and it now takes up and begin to go into fasting, and then suddenly he achieves it. He can say 3 days, 10 days. The same way you can decide to say, now I can't do this. When it's coming again, you hold your mouth. No, this is not you, Tina. Tina, don't do this again. Tina, don't do that. Tina, no, this is our old self. So a toxic person or a very lousy person can decide to tell himself, this is my old self. I don't want to wear that garment again. I've thrown it off. And so when being careless just keep coming, what do? You tell yourself, no, Tina, no, Tina, we've thrown away that aspect. We've thrown away that aspect. This is a new me. And I choose to remain my happy self. I will choose to remain a new person. That does not mean that act will pop up again. Will not pop up again. No, it will. But you tell yourself, no, we've thrown it away. Sometimes you see yourself doing the same thing again. That's okay. We are just in the process of changing. So we give ourselves room to be able to mature. It might take 6 months. It might take 1 year. But it's good to make a decision to drop some habits. I remember when we were growing up, when we were younger, I grew up near my father smoked a lot. Oh, wow. He was smoking. Oh, wow, so bad. And then there's nothing we could do about it. Of course, we were children. I don't know if my mother ever talked to him about that aspect of life, but he was smoking and he drinks. But if we go take alcohol, it wouldn't knock him off. I don't know how he controls that. But in those days, we were growing up. Then my younger sister had finished, came back on holiday from school, and she says to my dad, we are taught in school that smoking is bad for your health, and smokers are liable to die earlier than they should, and it's dangerous to their inner organs and liver. She just kept talking. Daddy, I don't want you to die. I just want you. Just that statement. You can imagine someone that has been, and then my younger sister is the fourth born in the family. I'm the first. So she had said, she's come of age, and none of us had that strength to be able to tell my father, don't do that, dad, don't do that. But do you know the funniest part? That was the end of the smoking of that man. He said, my child, my little girl, told me, the teacher said, and I shouldn't. She's noticed it. My father packed up smoking. I mean, he was a bad smoker. He can just puff this and then puff this. Before you know it, he's done with a packet and he has gotten another one. It wasn't affecting him. He was just that bad. But he made it. And I know that even when he decided that he wouldn't smoke again, sometime that feeling to smoke will come again. He may have that strong feeling, but that decision that he has made to say, no, my little girl says it's dangerous, my health, we keep coming. And maybe when he's tempted to, he will say no. I don't know if he ever smoked, but let me just put, because it's human. He can say, okay, let me just take one once in a while. He will pop again. But we didn't see him having those packets. He can have 3 packets within hours. He's done smoking them. Yeah, he was a bad smoker then. So, but we thank God that's in the past and it's even late now. But we are narrowing it down to the topic of the day. If your spouse, and my mommy was happier, really. Everyone was happier. You mean my dad can change? His friends were like, you mean this man can change? Everyone was like, wow, this is just unbelievable. It's just unbelievable. And wow, but that was the end of the story. Till he died, I never saw him. I did it once in a while in a hiding, but I never saw it. So the same way, if there's any habit, I keep telling my people around me, if someone comes to say this thing that you're doing is not good, it's not good enough, what do you do? Sweetheart, I believe that what you should do is make a sacrifice of trying to change. One good thing about life, one thing that God has given to us is ability to change. Change is inevitable. Welcome, please. You have not liked the life. Like the life, Mama Tina. I can only see one like. Wow, it will be too nice. It will look as if the video is not passing the message. Please tap your screen twice. It shows like, or tap the 3 buttons on top of your phone as you look at your right, I think, and tap it will lead you to where you like the life. And of course, if it's possible, you can super chat me. I wouldn't mind. I want to be better. I want to grow. I also want to earn. Those are one of the places in which we earn. Thank you. Please don't run off because of that. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, subscribe for valuable time. I might not make you laugh, but of course, with time, we bring up that aspect of us that can make you smile. But right now, we are teaching on healthy lifestyle, and especially in the home front. You can afford to take your resources. You can afford to make the sacrifice of marrying or dating or whatever someone. You can expect to spend so much money, maintaining a relationship that should crash someday. Nobody wants to invest and fail and lose. When you invest, expected that you reap out of that investment. So that was it. I was giving the story of my father, how he actually would change from the way he was living. All right. And yeah, so people can change. I actually have my own way. I think before now, when I was much younger, I was actually that lousy in the sense that I want everything all perfect. I want everything to be kept, everything to just be so sweet. I don't like lousiness. I don't like this not supposed to be here. But I think mine was excessive. This shoe is not supposed to be here. Why is it here? This dog is not supposed to be here. Why is it here? This plate is not supposed to be here. This is it's a good way to live, but when the other is not understanding, what do? I became a talker. A talker. I kept talking, kept getting angry unnecessarily. What I should overlook, I was not overlooking. I was shout, no, it has to be like this. This is me. You cannot change me. You cannot bring me down. But over time, I discovered that it's not so. You don't enforce. Do the one you can do and leave the other. Like my husband was saying 2 days ago, we were live, and he was saying, oh, he throws his brothers everywhere, and you have talked and talked and talked over time, and I refuse. Leave it there. And I'm like, why do you have time to leave? Are you not human? Can't you change? The person is not changing. Get a laundry basket and help him pick it up and drop there in laundry basket. Or sometimes you play a drag game and said, all right, let's go and do this. Let's go and pick up your boxes and then drop it somewhere. I'm just using this simple illustration, simple example to tell us it can happen in every other area. If the man is insisting on a particular thing, the woman is insisting on a particular thing, let's look again. Why are they insisting? Why are they insisting? Why? Their reason why they're insisting, and their reason why they're insisting. And their reason why they are insisting. If there are good reasons why they are insisting that it should be in a particular way, why don't we think about changing it? In fact, this same person says, okay, he said, like the story we're actually reading the story of someone who said he has been in a group truly, and actually it has always been, everyone seems to have one complaint or the other of living with lousy spouse who wouldn't accept, don't understand that they are lousy. They wouldn't understand it a bit. And of course, it was not making life as easy for the other. And they are not even willing to change. They can't listen to anyone. This is my territory, this is my life, this is my family. How dare you? All right? There's just little or nothing that anyone can do about anyone that refuses to change, except you keep praying if you're a believer and trusting God for the person to change, and then believer in Christ Jesus, and then you also be patient until God brings the change. Job, we said, I will wait on God. I'll wait praying, I'll wait fasting, I'll wait trusting until my change come. People can change. A lot might not change, but we have seen people change. I told you I have changed. I will deal with possibly tomorrow, the broken woman. That's looking at the woman, the broken woman, the broken man. Yeah, broken. There were eyes before. This is the way it should be. But suddenly, when that they got broken, they realized they can be different people. So we allow ourselves to change from certain way of living or life, not because of us. We are considering the other persons in our lives. So we try to change and be better just to give the other peace. You have not liked the life, please like the life. And I've not seen your contribution, please chat. Let us chat this morning. All right, someone says to me, I was reading a story, she said, these people, he said, there is nothing, or tell me, how true is it? He said, anyone that does not want to change cannot change, and there's nothing they can do about it. They make the decision within themselves to change, true or false. Someone help me. He says, prayer might not work for the person, but I believe prayers work. Being patient might not change the person. I believe it changes because I look at the Bible that says to the woman, if peradventure you are married to an unbelieving man, if you're married to an unbelieving man, act well, live well, peradventure the persons might change because of your attitude towards them. Have you liked the life? Please like the life. Like the life of Martina. I'll be glad to have you like the life and then bring in your contribution. This one says, people don't change except they make a decision to change. And so, peradventure, I tell myself on a daily basis, if I realize there's something that I'm doing that is not okay, I tell myself, baby, it's time to change. Yeah, and I realize that changing acts, makes it easier and better for me. I choose to remain that changed person. And we say to them, yours is to make the decision to live with that person. Or so she was still saying, they don't change. A lot of people don't change in their attitude, especially when they've been formed like that from childhood or where they were raised. They don't change. And so she was saying that yours, it is left for you to make the decision to stay or live with the person or pack your things and go. Or go or make a decision. But then we don't encourage divorce. Not really. I don't encourage divorce, not because of us, really. We are thinking about the next generation that we are mentoring. We are mentoring so many people. You are mentoring people without knowing. People are looking at you and they are learning from your lifestyle. They are learning. Welcome. Let me know what part of the world you're connecting. Let's talk. Be my friend. I'm already happy. I have Rosa. She's my friend from the US, and They're supposed to be sleeping by now, but she comes up with me on me since we met yesterday, and I'm happy always having her on. And I want to believe that as we keep being friends, we learn from each other. And so he said, rely on God for help to help save the situation if you really love the man. Now I came across someone that said, Mom, I love my husband so much. He does this or he does that. My heart, I'm really in love with him. I can't see myself leaving him. I might not survive it. But his character is not it at all. What do you say to such a person? I said, rely on God to help. Okay, I was in the example of what the Bible says. If you feel you are very okay, if you feel your own way of life is fine, and you want to still live on with this person, please live on with the person. Get ready to be patient and let your life be a life that could be model to this person. As your life becomes like something that this person can model, please like the life. They will eventually change. Remember, we are mentors. Children learn daily. Younger generation learn daily from what they see you do. Not basically what you shout, not the rules and regulations. When you live right, when they are in their quiet, quiet, what I call it now, quietness, when they're in their closet, they begin to think and ruminate over what you do. With time, that picture that you have shown them, they've learned from you, is what they keep. Yeah, that's what they keep. And they eventually want to turn and do like my mom, like my son, anytime he goes to school, boarding school, then and comes back, he'll be like, wow, mom, it's like your words and your action keep playing back at me even when in school. It's like it's loud. So you mentor people without even saying a word by your acts. You saw I was giving a story of that man, that one of those movies that I watched that day, and the man was not there at home for the family. Only the wife will always be there. He was never at home. He was never at home. He was always traveling from country to country, which is good because of work and all that. He goes on vacation here and there with this person, with colleagues at the office, you are with some friends, and then sometimes the wife leaves the children, and then sometimes the wife is not even comfortable with his constant not being around to at least affect. He gives them money. He has money. But the man of those days, the man grew, at year pass go by, the man grew old. He didn't have time for the children, because I remember in those movies, the child comes up and said, Daddy, one of those days he came back, let's play football. And he said, Junior, I don't have time. I don't have time. Oh Lord, I love to watch this movie in those days. And severally he says, my birthday, let's go to this. He said, I don't have time. Anything he says, the boy says, I don't have time. And so first me to say that when this man grew up, truly, the son grew up and was very successful, but with opportunity to travel here and there. He's always traveling from one country to the other. And what will happen? He was, he was always at home. No more strength to travel, no more work. He was at home. And so he would call his son on phone and say, son, where are you? I want to see you. I want to have some word with you. I want to be. He said, Dad, I have to travel on this. He calls him, Dad, I don't have time. Dad, when I make it. There's always excuse was given. The man turned and shook his head and said, he's grown up just like me. The man died miserably because he was never there for them. They didn't understand the koinonia, the love of a father and the son. He was not there. That bonding was not there. So that's digression. We're going to treat the topic some other time. All right? They've grown up just like You, the woman, if you have children that are girls, they're going to get married and they'll now be cleaved to their wife. All right, Rosa Kevin or Melville's. Are you still there? Zendahai, Zender. Did I get it right? Welcome. I appreciate you being there. All right. Feel free, be comfortable. Let's talk on the topic of the day. And then I hope you're good too. You say, yep, yeah, I'm happy that you're good. Please like the live and let us talk. I have barely a few more minutes to go. At least I can take 20 more minutes as God strengthens me, because I'll come back before the end of the day too on live. So I was giving an example of this man that says they've grown up just like me, or he has grown up just like me, because we mentor to the younger generation. And so I want to suggest, and I want to say, there's no point living lousy. There's no point living a lousy life. There's no point. It doesn't worth it. Living no, it doesn't worth it. All right? It doesn't worth it. It's better you live like you should. You know, like it's expected of you. Just think. Sometimes I would tell my husband, I say, why don't you just, even if you don't want to look at the Bible, you know, just Google or read about someone, what it takes or what it means to live a happier life, or a simple life that will make your spouse or your children happier. What are the character? What are the things you should be able to throw off, give up? I gave example of my father, how I decided to give up the life of being a very bad smoker because my younger one said so. That's example. Like in Africa, Africa is hot, right? And then with African culture, that encourage certain things. But of course, there are people that will still choose it as a way of life. And that's okay, because it's their decisions. So you can't stop people from deciding to be whatever they want to be, or the path they decide to choose. That it's their life. They will always tell persons, take the right path. Please like the life, and let me see what you have to say concerning the topic that we are discussing. Have it in your mind that it is their own decision, and so you have to be careful. Try to make yourself happy. Let someone else determine your happiness. But then, like she was saying, this same lady said at the end of the day, she had to leave the marriage because she endured for 18 years. Living with a lousy spouse is really painful. Lousy is not that they are killing you. Lousy is not that, you know, they want to, you know, stab you or starve you. But certain things that you know is not okay, it's not perfect, you now choose to continue living like that. Sweetheart, I want to say, it is not perfect way of, you know, handling things. And we wish it can be better. We wish it can be better. We wish you can do it better. All right? So we choose to say a no, a big no to living a lousy life. All right? I don't know if there's any contribution. Let me wait a while before we start thinking about doing something else and getting ready for the next life in the afternoon. Bye. All right? Living with a lousy spouse can actually be unhealthy. You know, like every day I should basically always remind us that we're going to grow old someday. Wow, you're going to grow old someday, and you need people that you invested love in their life to be there for you. Yeah, if you don't, it's gonna pose problems. It's gonna pose problems. So what is your take about the topic of discussion? What is your take? What are examples of being lousy? You shout unnecessarily. Yeah. You can help when you know the other is striving to make sure that things are okay. Bring it up. There's so many things. Do you think carelessly? You know, sometimes I say, don't leave the house chores if you do not have a help. You know, don't leave the house chores for just one of the partners. Don't. It can kill you. It can be draining. When you want the best of the, take for instance, you want the best of your spouse, you want the best of your couple, you want to have some good moments with them, and they are tired, they are exhausted because they've been working, and they are saying no to you. No. How long And then you don't even care about why they are tired. You don't care about why she's tired. You don't care about why he's tired, because you have to have the person work and work and work. Tomorrow it continues like that. Now, what's happened at long run is that it's like a big hill, Mount Hill, that is about to, it's just growing and it's just growing. At the end of the day, I tell you the truth, it will grow into something very big that you might not be able to cut down or root down. All right? So we say, obviously, that we should do what we expected to do just to see that it's working. That's how they do. All right? So I want to say that let us give up living lousy. Let's give up living lousy. When you give up living lousy, it's better off for you and for the people in your life. Give up living lousy. So example of other lousy acts that will do is that you just make friends that are not everybody should not be your friend. Choose your friend. Choose people that have vision, have focus, are going somewhere. Choose your friends. Choose your friend. If you choose your friend, it's better off. Choose your friend. Choose the people. Not everybody cannot just be your friend. Example, we are not the ones that we allow everybody coming. There's some people that everyone just come to my house without seeking, feeling or thinking of what your other spouse feels about their being there. That's being lousy. Being lousy is anything that happens. Someone came to me yesterday, I'm like, but Tina, I love you. For one thing, you are not loud. You don't just talk anyhow. I don't talk anyhow. Anything that happens in your family, you have called everybody, you have told them. That's being lousy. You're too loud. Tell them what's happening between you and your spouse, everybody, and then your spouse is shocked. And then they are not used to that way of life. They are like, wow, how did I get here? And you're not about to stop anything. You pick up a phone and you're telling your parents, you're telling your friends. That's being lousy. Hello? Did you hear what she did today? Did you hear this? Did you hear that? Truly, let's look again. Let's put a check on this. Let's look again and see how we can make life better. Look again. We can do it better. We can do it differently. Truly. If your spouse have complained and said, this is a, please like the life. Why are they not liking the life today? Anytime I come line, I trust God for 100 like, and I know that it will get there someday. Oh, please like at least when these 4 people that are on now. Well done. Congratulations, and I appreciate you. Receive a kiss from me, wherever you are. I freely gave it. Or a peck, whichever one you want to. Please give me a like, a thumb up, subscribe to my channel. I'm live every day. I'm gonna be live, keeping live until I am 80 and above. Yes. So get ready to see me every day on your screen. Okay, so it's not, you should be able to have self-control. It's not everything that happens in your house that you go telling everybody. Hi, special announcement. She said to me, Mom, he cannot keep a secret. He can't keep everything everybody knows, everything he calls his parents and tell them. Now, when you are married, it is expected, or you're in a deep relationship, be matured. It's not everything you call your parents and tell them. It's not everything. If you want that relationship to last, it's not everything that you call your parents and tell them. Having in mind that God designed for you to be united or come together or be married to your spouse so that both of you can make life sweeter for each other. True. That both of you can make life sweeter for each other. Yeah, truth. So you don't try to bring out the beast in the other with your attitude. Sometimes people are actually sweet. When you try to bring out the beast in them, they become beastie. And you are like, no, this is not who I got married to. This is someone different. It's the same person you got married to, but you brought out some beast out of the person. And you began to see something different. Welcome. I've been pleading for people to like the life, and no one seems to be liking the life on this faithful Saturday morning in Africa. Please like the life, and let's have fun. I'll be rounding up soon, by the grace of God, about 11 minutes, that we can still say something. How do you manage staying on with a spouse that is lousy and said I cannot change. And we have been given an example of what it means to be lousy. In fact, when I started the definition, I started actually by still saying that, being lousy is of a very low quality when someone acts below what is expected of them, or act in an unpleasant way, please. All right? Or have some character that are not just okay. It could also be, anything that is not pleasant. Like I said, you're so loud, everything that happens, you have called everybody, you are telling them. You should have some secrets. You should respect. When you do not respect your spouse, I saw someone, one of those days, I went to the market, and honestly, what I saw, I baffled. This man came shopping with a pregnant woman. I don't know what has ensued, but it's a man pregnant, and when you look at the woman's pregnancy, she's either about to deliver, either 8 months or 9 months. They came to do baby shopping, and this woman is tired, and she was walking like this, and the man is yelling, the man is shouting. He was shouting at her. He was shouting. That's in the market, and she couldn't say anything. She was quiet. She was quiet. Anything shout, can't you just hurry up? Can't you just do this? I have to go back to the office. He was shouting. I unconsciously, I didn't even know when I stood and I was looking. And some of them, they've gone far, and I was still looking, because I actually love to see relationships straight. I don't like to see toxicity. I don't like to see lousiness. I don't like to see when people are not happy. I just want to see couples happy. That's just the truth. That's just me. That's Tina Okonji. That's what Heart Talk Zone with Tina Okonji is all about. I want to see people completeness. It might not just be in the home front, it might not just be in the family, it might not just be in a deep relationship. At least in your personal life, I want to see you happy. Yeah. So I'm waiting for your contribution. I've not seen anybody like. I don't know why they are not like. Please come up and just please help me like the live. Daddy, please come up. People don't like the live. I don't do. I just started not too long, and I really started late for what I've desired to. But I'm okay with that. It's okay. Please like the live. All right. So this man was, so when they were entering the car, he was still shouting. And as God will have me, at every part of the market we passed, actually in Africa here, I will come and meet them again in other parts. I will still meet them. I don't know why I was meeting. I felt like going to talk to that man. To hell, sir, please don't do that. Don't you see this woman is tired? Whatever it is, I don't know what a pregnant woman would have done to warrant your yelling at her in the market. Walk fast. Can't you see? I have to go back to the office. Are you foolish? He was just yelling at her. So you can imagine how he treats her in the house. Get up. I've seen someone came in and saw that what the wife prepared as meal, what he wanted. And he threw the plate at her. That is being abusive. Some kind of verbal abuses is just a normal way of emotional abuse, verbal. Some people can just be quiet on you, and I tell them it's abuse. No, we are talking about being lousy. I'm not talking about, acts. I'm talking about when you are married, staying with a lousy spouse. Is so loud. She's so lousy. He's so lousy. What do you do? And the story of this woman we saw this morning said she's been in it for 18 years. And that she's in a group that when they now did sample opinion, a lot of the marriages, their spouse were that lousy. And they discover that they are not willing to change no matter what you say. They'll just make you a talker. You keep talking and keep getting frustrated. And at the end of the day, don't get anything. Yeah. So we tell people, he said they didn't change. And then look at this woman. At exactly after 18 years, she quits the marriage. And so people begin to wonder why. I used to wonder, why will you be married for someone for 18 years and wake or 20 years and wake up one day and say you are quitting? Why? That means along the line, someone refused to change from their attitude. The others have been managing the persons. They've been managing the persons, and it's like, oh wow, that's not good enough. Please, sweet lady, sweet man, young woman, beautiful you, I call you beautiful. Don't allow for a situation whereby your spouse begins to manage you. Please come up and light the life. I can't read. Welcome. Please light the life. Thank you for coming up. How do you do when you're married to a lousy spouse? Well, okay, and then you live together. Sorry, I can't read Arabic. I want to believe this Arabic that you're writing on. Sorry, I can't read it. All right. I wish you can interpret what you're trying to say if you understand English. All right. I'm all about building a healthy lifestyle. You understand? Living a positive mindset, living with a positive mindset, living with positive vibes, and then of course bringing it your individual positive vibe to the home front and allowing it affect the other. Please like life, send in your contribution. We'll be very glad that you are doing so. All right, so I've not had so much chats today. I want so much chats too. And by the grace of God, I'll be off this line in the next 5 minutes. And so please, as we round up, please light the life, light the life. Have you learned something? People are just listening and they're not saying anything. They are not liking, they are not. But I love you all the same. But it's sweeter to have you communicate back. We are just waiting for it to be 1 hour and then we'll be off here to go and get ready for the next thing. Thank you. Okay? Do you have any contribution to make? Ask your question. Because I have been wondering why people will be in a relationship for 25 years and then want to part. And I was discussing with somebody yesterday, says to me, everything can be established within the space of 15 years. Yeah, so it's possible for you to leave. When you leave, do something for 15 years, it works on forever. People come into marriage to make it work, into relationship to make it work. I don't know anyone that is in his right sense of mind thinking that will say, I want to come into marriage just to divorce tomorrow. Why? So I believe that something would have gone wrong somewhere. All right? That was an infringing. Thank you for coming back. Thank you, network. Something would have gone on somewhere that would have made the person act contrary the way they are acting at the moment. Okay? Something would have gone wrong somewhere. Yeah, something would have gone wrong somewhere. So I want to say at this junction that please make a decision to make your relationship work. Make a decision to see it be what you have always desired for it to be. Make that decision. And you not regret it. You don't have to actually, get into marriage, the whole world, divide the whole world, and pack up tomorrow. And to you that have decided to remain lousy, please change. Change is something that is a part of living. It's inevitable if you must live goodly life. Try to change. If you are doing this like this every day, and you said, don't stop doing like this, stop gesticulating this bad. All I need to do is to stop. Do you see my hand moving again? No. So I want to tell us that certain way of life can actually be changed. You can change from certain way of life and be better. Please stop being lousy. Please stop making life miserable. When your spouse keeps saying, this is not good, take it that they mean what they are saying. Take it. And just give them, respect them, and try to change. Respect them. Have you liked the live? Have you subscribed? Please do so. We are about rounding up. And each time I come online, when I'm rounding up, I pray for the people that have been watching. I want to say, God bless you with your desire. God fill your home with joy. You will not make mistake in picking your spouse. You will not make error. I assure you, you will not make wrong people will not come into your life to distract you, to steal your joy. God will bring your way goodly people. God will bless you with goodly children. Your home will be a peace abode that is peaceful, full of peace. I tell you, you will enjoy life to the fullest because that's God's design for you. Yeah, that's God's design for you. You will enjoy life to the fullest. You will get what you have planted, or what you have sown, you will harvest. What you plant, you will get the harvest. The seed will come to you. Your children will call you blessed. You are blessed beyond measure, and I want to say I appreciate you for just being who you are. You are the best that has happened to the persons around you. And for my meeting you this day, I am happy, and I want to say please enjoy, have fun. You are the blessed one. Happy weekend, and please, if you're just coming in, go watch the live from the beginning. I'm sure you're going to get something value for your time. Are you dropping a message? We are rounding up. Are you dropping a message? Thank you. God bless you. See you later in the evening.